Yo, what's good?
Back at it again.
Yeah.
Long time coming.
Shout out to Big John, fresh home.
Shout out to no joke. Right, we were talking before we started recording. I'm just like, yo, we ain't did this in a long time. And I was like, yeah, it's been like, it feels like it's a prison sentence. And it was like, we could just say, yeah, John went away, did a bird. I'm like, why have I got to do the bird? Like, why can't it be you? Like, why do I have to be the fucking this?
I'm the good G, man. Even though I'm out here hustling and doing side hustles, I am the good G.
Well, I'm not going to claim the prison sentence because I ain't been away on a prison sentence even. But we are back again, the Just Our Opinion Guys podcast. JOOG in the building. Oh, how you doing, man?
Me, I'm good, you know. Thank you for asking.
I ain't seen you in ages, man. This has been a long time. We need to recap the people on what we've been doing in our life for sure.
Good point. For me, I have been doing a lot more studio sessions. A lot of clients coming in wanting production, audio engineering. Haven't been doing the remixes anymore because I've literally just had that client work. I've been busy. Truth be told, now I'm working on just trying to get more done quicker so I can do more things in life. You know what I mean? What about you, bro?
Bro, what have I been doing? That's a good question. I finished my degree. I finished my MA.
Yeah.
Not my MA, my BA. Banged that out. A nice little 2-1. Thank you, University of Hertfordshire, for that one. Been away a few times.
That's pretty mildly, bro.
Been away a few times. I've been in and out. Getting them points on the board, you know, them freaking fly points.
Right, when you're in and out of the country is a different level.
You call me flyboy for a reason. And I've just started my MA in music entrepreneurship over at Talyard. Anyone into music, go type in Talyard. Find some interesting stuff there.
And thank John later.
Yeah, I'm having a good time there. Bit strange, I went on a pub crawl this week. It was a bit, I'm not a pub crawl guy, but I went on a pub crawl. I got to meet some of the producers there, some of the songwriters there, got to build a little bit more with my classmates. It was madness. There was, I don't even know how to even put this. I like a drink, yeah? I like to drink as much as the other person, but there was one girl there that was wilding. Like, we're all having a good time, and then, I'm outside, having a cigarette. Yes, I'm smoking again. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay.
And then, she came outside, and I was like, okay. She's got, one of the people that are eclectic, or what's the word?
Eclectic is or eccentric.
There we go. That's the word. I was like, okay, cool. I want to hear her story. She came up to me. She was like, hey, my name is such and such and such. And she's like, what are you doing? And I was talking to her, and I was like, yo, this girl, I don't know, boy. She looked like she could be in a young Jeezy video. She looked like she was on that white thing for real. You know what I mean? She looked like she was on that white girl for real. But she just kept on saying like, oh, I think I'm drunk. And it's like, this is like by the third bar we got to, but it's not like it was like one drink at one drink at another.
Okay.
And the third one, was cheap, so I went in a little bit. Yeah. But she's like, and then by the time we got to the fourth one, boy, I had never seen someone hit the floor and look like, she looked like a dead person. I feel like you could have just draw the chalk around her.
Are you serious?
She was comatose. And then you got people going, picked her up on the chin, and I'm really worried about her. I'm like, this was a big woman. I know she's shout out to her though. She seemed cool. She seemed really cool. She's like a techno house producer. So I was like,
okay,
she got that life. She'll make it home okay, but it's crazy out here. What else has been happening though, man? Well, actually before that, I'm going to drop the socials at the beginning and in the middle and in the end so you guys can subscribe, like, and comment. As you know, if you want to check us out on YouTube, it's JOOG London. If you want to check us out on Instagram, it's JOOG_London. And if you want to holler at me on Facebook, it's the name John Uwegia, UWEJEYAH. Check us out on all of those mediums. Should we get right into it?
Yes, chat to me.
Right.
Been a lot happened.
It's been a lot that's happened. Trump's whining, Kanye's whining, Brexit, they don't even know what's happening. May's trying to teach you how to Dougie out here. Did you see her dance moves, bro?
Yes.
What is that? I feel like she did like a new age, like jitterbug mixed with the bogle. I don't even know what it was. It's crazy out
I think, you know what's funny? I just think she didn't know what she was doing. In her line of work, I'm not expecting anyone to show her the sense of rhythm, how important rhythm is in your life. And to think she became so successful without any sense of rhythm. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Theresa May just for that alone. You know the way.
I want to know, right? You know, like people of color, especially black people, like we've got this phrase where sometimes you just need a white person around you. You need a white person. If you're trying to held down the black cap, you need a white person, or you're not getting a black taxi. You know, if you want to go into the corporate, you want to go into corporate UK, corporate world of the United Kingdom, you need a white person for you to speak 100%. That corporate language, because we're not heavily represented. So it's like a rhythm, it's like a white rhythm that, you know, you might not be necessarily in tune with, but we know and have the wherewithal to go, do you know what, I need my white correspondent, my white communicator with me to guide me through.
You know what, yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Great point. I think the biggest scenario in which you need the white correspondent is office politics.
Come on!
That is, you know the whole thing of the email, even like we send an email, the way they've taken it is
the memo, the internal memo. Oh man.
And it's like, you might be thinking, I'm being light. I'm aware we're in the office, so I'm being light, and yet it can still, my days. You ain't too far wrong about that, brother.
So I just want to know, and like, you can like spam me in the YouTube comments, like, why hasn't Theresa May got her black a counterpart? Like, you know, so she's going to these events and she's trying to drop the dirty wine. She should at least be going to some sort of hip-hop or bashment class beforehand. She should have, like the earpiece, she should have the black person in their ear going, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or dropping a little beatbox like just so, you know, she's not out of step.
You know what, right? One, she does need a black correspondent, but the black correspondent, if they're on their job, they'll be like, don't even try it.
Maybe.
Don't, literally, just be there, maybe nod your head and beat, or do a little two-step. That's it. You know the ones where, shout out to the man back in the days of school, you know the man who knew they were shit at football. So whenever we play football, they're like, no, I'm just going to jam over here. I just maybe chat to the guy. Like, you know the ones that, the man, just the self-awareness to know, because you know how sometimes if we're playing ball, right, or playing basketball, football, and the girls are there, we're trying to show off that we can do something, Nobody wants to get twanged, nobody wants to get embarrassed. So to have that self-awareness to know, cool, I know what I look like a dumbass, let me just sit back and jam. That's what she needed. Like, so I would cringe if someone's there in her corner actually teaching her how to do it properly. It's almost like your mum knowing all the slang words back in the day when listening to music, and she just chatted to you like, wow, like you see all these men doing these things on road, it's mad. If my mum ever started talking to me like that, oh my days, I'm going nuts. Bro, I'm glad my mum ain't even on Facebook. Never mind.
I'm with you on that.
So that's what the correspondent should say. Theresa, this one don't worry. It's okay, don't worry. If anything, they'll rate you more for just.
There's a few people she can go, like she can, like for dance moves, she can go to like a Fleur East or a Alicia Dixon. I don't know, they could come round, go up to, you know, number 10, you know, do an hour a week, you know.
I would look at Alicia Dixon. I would look at her funny. The only way she could say like, yo, they're paying me a lot to do this. Then I'm like, okay, fair. And the thing is that, and this is maybe just my thoughts on the Conservatives period, I just feel like what you stand for makes a lot of sense, but who you are, I could never be a part of the party. And this is almost a bigger conversation for maybe another day. But I almost feel like a black or minority Conservative member is an oxymoron.
I hear what you're saying. I do believe at this present moment in time, or it's always been, Conservatives have always been like that, like this in this country. They're a difficult party if you're a person of colour. They really don't have your best interests at heart. But it is what it is. The world is fucked. So I'm not really going to go down that link. But let us know in the YouTube comments whether Theresa May needs a black representative in her corner, just talking into the microphone, the earpiece, just saying 1, 2, 1, 2.
Don't say madam, don't say wagwan, just say hello, hi.
Or even just give her one, those tapes where you listen to overnight and you sleep to, and you can, let's say you're trying to learn Mandarin and it's just speaking Mandarin to you. Maybe it's just like, I don't know, Davido's greatest hits, or do you know what I mean? I don't know.
You know what's funny, right? But this is the thing, because I feel like with black people and our culture, by design, any guide on how to blend in would almost be wrong, because anyone who's actually down with the kids wouldn't necessarily make time to do something and getting people how to be down with the kids. So even when I'm dealing with people I'm down with the kids, I know Storms, they're like, okay, if you was down with the kids, you would never say I'm down with the kids.
Yeah.
So you've already lost. So to tell me, I like Grammys, I like Storms, it's like someone saying, I like hip hop, I like Jay-Z. No, you gotta give me something more than that. You
can't drop Jay-Z, the classic, I like hip hop. Yeah. It's almost like going, I've got a black friend.
So my question to you is this as well. If Theresa May said, you know what, cool, I vibe to Davido, would you like Davido less? Or would you fuck with...
I'm not going to lie. If Theresa May said that, I might have to fuck with Theresa May. I don't even really mess with Davido like that, but if she... That would be the right choice. Do you know what I mean? She hasn't gone for a mainstream like a Stormzy or a Skepta. She went to Afrobeats and said Davido. And that would be a smart, that would even help international relations, because Davido is, not a lot of people know, or they do know, and I just didn't know, he's the president's Nigeria's son. Yeah, right. So that'd be good for building, links between Nigeria and the UK. Theresa May busting a little stanky leg, to Davido. I'm really messing with that. Moving on from that. I was left to feel uncool again. I'm feeling old. I'm really feeling old. Like I'm a young man, but I'm feeling old. I was out. Almost want to shed a tear. And there was a conversation, and I was in a fast food restaurant. I will not say the name.
Did you say the location?
It was in Dorset.
Okay.
And I was in the queue, and there was just it was jovial. Everyone was busting a joke, and everyone kind of got included in the line. So I bust my couple of funny jibs in there, blah 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 blah, and then they started talking about music, right? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I got this. And then they started mentioning people I have no idea. No idea. They was like, have you heard this new tune by this person and this person? And who is this? Is it Tion Wayne?
Tion Wayne.
I'm like, when was T-Pain's new younger brother that come out? Who the hell is Tion Wayne? Who is this dude? What type of music does he make? I have no idea. Then someone was telling me about LMA. I was like...
When I first heard that, I thought it was the initials.
Bro, LMA. I was like, isn't that shit that kids get at college? And then someone told me, no, John, that's EMA. Yeah, right? I was like, yo, what is going on? I'm just out of touch. I'm not in the loop. What can I do?
First,
again, in the YouTube comments, you can say as well, but what can I do to make myself a little bit more hip?
Great question, right? I'm in the same situation. I've been in this situation for years. And this is all like a 12-step program. The first step is to acceptance. There's going to be stuff you are not aware of and you wouldn't even want to be aware of. You'd be ashamed of yourself if you was aware of. Step 2, find people who are hip to then tell you what it is. So luckily, because I do youth work as well, I got like a lot of young people around me. They will often plug me in to what's happening. And when I think I've discovered something all by myself, I tell them that, you go check this out. Like, nah, we've been here about them. You just late to the party. So I don't think you're ever truly going to be up to date anymore. And I don't think you should just have the people around you. Them
Just
younger
have
G's.
people to be into what's up.
Yeah, because even A&Rs, for example, they would have maybe their younger siblings or like their godsons or whatever, or they might just have friends. So they'd really be plugged in, because to listen is one thing, but because there's so much music out there, it's harder to know what people are truly gravitating to. Like, what are people talking about? So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Be okay with it. It's cool. I'm right here with you, brother. We can be like strays together. Tion Wayne like black, huh? Cool. LMA, what? As I said, I thought it was LMA. Same way as you, bro. And no, it's LMA. I'm like, oh. But she's sick, by the way. Oh my god. Tion Wayne, I hadn't heard much of. To be fair, I just know like he exists and whatnot. And that's another thing as well, because at this point it's like, that's automatically maybe telling you that some of these girls might be a bit too young.
Oh, that's a fitted in the night. Like,
you know
what?
Right, the same way, cool. It was just for a quick question. You guys heard of ours? Yeah, we know he exists. Oh, okay, yeah, you know what? You might be a bit too young for me.
Listen, if a girl does not know what the Cosby Show is, she's too young for me.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Cosby shows that maybe with like this.
She didn't have to watch it, but she needs to know at least before Bill was Bill the rapist, she needs to know who Dr. Huxtable
and this was like the one guy you didn't think would do crud. This was the one PG-13 Universal we thought he was.
See, now I'm not on that vibe, because I always knew he was on the madness. Only because I'm one of those guys, I don't know, I say blessed or whatever, but I've got this like, I see through the matrix sometimes, and the biggest thing that I saw, I watch a lot of TV and a lot of internet, and way back in the day, I used to see Bill Cosby at the Playboy Mansion.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as I see him at the Playboy Mansion, and I know what the Playboy Mansion is,
you know,
I was like, this guy, he ain't no cookie cutter dude. He's out there smashing.
Yeah.
Bare chicks at the mansion, bare Beckys, bare Gemmas, bare Rebeccas, bare Phyllis's. You know that already. So I knew he had a bit of dog in him, and that much dog in him. That's a little bit mad
too.
But another thing that made me feel like I was out of step, I like to dance. When I go out, me and my boys, for years, we be dancing. But boy, these dance moves now are just a little bit too fruity for me.
Remember as well when
a little bit too fruity.
I was gonna say, remember as well when you used to feel like a prick when everyone knew the dance move but you.
Yeah.
As well. So I ain't seen some of these fruity dances, so you got to to fill me in.
Like they're just, you know what? There's a lot more shoulder shaking, and a lot more body rolling, and a lot more hand clapping. It's like a full. But guys, the JOOG audience, I want you to understand. If you go out on a night out, you don't need to go to the gym. This is a fact. It's a full-blown workout here. I see people doing pirouettes in the dance floor. I'm like, wow, what is going on? I just don't know. And I'm there with my strong two-step game. I might, if the mood takes me, I might bust a running man. And if I'm Wayne, I'm gonna do a frontward moonwalk. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You only want to see my front. It's on top. But I need to be hip.
Why do you feel like you need to be hip?
Because I just want to be hip. I want to be liked, man. I want to be loved. I want to be down with everyone.
You know when I talk to you about the football pitch, when you play football,
yeah,
and just realize if you ain't got it, just jam, just cool. And I think the self-awareness, everyone has a role. You got the two-stepper, in the rave. You got that guy who randomly does salsa. You know, like every time you see like a guy and a girl who randomly do salsa. Like, bro, I've never done this to that.
I'm that guy. 5 JDs in. I got my hand on my stomach.
Mad thing. And then you got. Remember once upon a time when the break dancing and the body popping thing?
Oh yeah.
The wave and the robot. Now you do that, you just look like a granddad, man. It's just. But that used to be my thing. I used to do the body pump, do the snake and all them worms, all that thing there. And then now, bro, I'm just. And that's the thing, Carl. My thing is this. I discovered a life hack. You can make any body movements you want. As long as you're on beat, people think you can dance. I swear now, it's so funny.
You know what? You might be onto something because on Wednesday was my friend's birthday. Shout out to me. And then we were just drinking. And then we went out like to XOYO. Now I should have known because I don't like to go XOYO, but I should have known it was student night. Didn't know. And it was really last minute. They were like, oh, where should we go? Where should we go? Where should we go? Blah, 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 blah. No, actually, this is Thursday night. Tell a lie, not Wednesday night. So we went to XOYO in the student night, and they were playing all the young man songs that all sound the same. Yeah, right? So you can catch the rhythm easily. I straight up was just making up dance moves in there. But to what you said, I had the rhythm. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I could do. But I really wish I could videotape myself to see what I was actually dancing like. I was in the middle of the dance floor, I had kids around me, and for a hot 5 minutes, I thought I was the man, I'm not gonna lie. I had people giving me the head nod, yeah, big man, yeah, do your thing, it was cool. But yeah, that was not long lived. After 5 minutes, I was like, whoo, this is too much work.
You know? And that's another thing as well, as far as the energy required. We get into that place where, you know what, we don't have the same energy level as we once did, and it sounds nuts to even have that conversation, but that's the truth. And to be fair, and that's another part, because once upon a time you can go to a rave knowing they're 18 minimum, you're 18, so anything's a win. You chat to a thing that's 25, oh, it's a win. Now it's like blood. You go to some of these places, it's almost like, and a lot of them I call them sister-in-law pretty. So you know, it was like, yo, you pretty, but I'm talking to you to find out you got an older sister. You know, you're not pretty enough for me to draw you, but like, yo, you got an older sister.
What's your lineage like? What's the people in your family like?
And the worst thing is, you know, when you got certain girls like, yo, you got a prettier younger sister, but the older sister ain't that pretty at all. You know, like, oh shit, like you literally got skipped. You know, like you literally got skipped, but and this is I'm being bad, but
no, you know what was really funny to add to what you're saying. Being every so often there'll be a pretty girl, but obviously they're like 18, 19, whatever. And this is where I officially felt I would tap my friend, same age as me, give or take a couple of years, and I was like, oh. If I was 19, mate, if I was 19, I'd be all over that. And I was like, John, you are officially that old man. When you're dropping the lyrics, oh, if I was 19, it's done.
And you know what's mad? I'm actually doing a bit like working with artists and different people of those ages as well. I'm like, yo, if I was your age, I'd be all over you. And at the same time, he's like, and that's why I'm proud of myself, because I'm not even trying to, you know, because you recognize everyone's got an inner child in it. So your inner child, that's like who you was at that age. You still can carry it with you as a person. And it's like I wouldn't even want to, even if you threw it on me. I wouldn't. And I've had that. Just in general, like younger ones come on to me like, I don't even want to. It's like, it's just that's the bigger part I'm proud of, because when you're a kid, pretty's pretty. You know what I mean? Like, yo. Like, if you see the same age as you or older, don't matter, pretty's pretty. But as you grow up, it's like, bro, you need more than that, especially if you've been around the block.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, pat yourself on the shoulder, blood. You feel old. Because there's certain man like, blood, man will still try a wife as well, which is another conversation altogether. And it's, first of all, if you're trying a wife, if you're like in your 30s. Actually, you know what? That's almost a conversation. How young is too young when you're in your 30s?
Oh. But someone was trying to tell me they did some. Oh yeah, there's an equation like something. You got half your age and add 7 or what nonsense is that? Shut up, like. Listen, I don't know. All right, okay. So I'm in my 30s, in my upper 30s. I'm 30 years old, yeah, right? And I think there has to be a hard, like, I can't, if I was going to chat a girl up, for me, she has to be 25 and above. Certain other people are like, nah, bro, she needs to be like 30. But then when I speak to a couple African mans that I work with, yeah, them man are raw. Them man are raw. I was speaking to him, shout out to my guy, I'm not going to say his name, one of my guys, he's like 40, 42. And he's like, John, you need to hook me up with some girls, blah, 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 blah. He's like, I need to come up with, I was like, I ain't got no girls. And he's like, I need to go out. When you go out, I was like, yeah, cool. And he's like, yeah, I need them to like understand, I'm looking for a wife, so I need them to understand like, domestic life and all of that. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, so yeah, you're obviously looking for an older woman that maybe understands a relationship and that certain things have to be done on your part, her part. Maybe a traditionalist. You're looking for a traditionalist woman. I was like, okay, so what's the age range? And he goes, yeah, no older than 28. I was like, blood clot.
You know what? As wild as that sounds, I actually understand. I remember one of my OGs many years ago broke it down to me as to why, and I've noticed this to be the case. Doesn't mean I've done the same thing, but I noticed it. Where as women get older, as all of us get older, there's more baggage. It might be like I've got 2-3 kids now. It might be like I've got hang-ups. I'm still not over like my ex of 5 years. You know what I mean? So, and even the small things like we get like as we start getting older, like you have to get used to the whole I got work in the morning kind of thing. And then you might have started saying, yo, I got work in the morning. So it's like, all of that is nuts, because as far as we're concerned, when it comes to sex, we cleared damn near everything off our schedule for that. So even have a scenario where you would deal with girls who are younger just because there's less baggage, and the same way health it becomes an issue in your 30s. So even like, just imagine like, yo, you deal with, she got a bad knee, so certain position off limits now. Cause like yo, I had I had hip surgery, not a hip replacement, but like, yo, I got a bad back now, and maybe you got a dodgy knee. So it's like
worse for the men, because it's worse for the men is because we just decay after years of physical contact or whatever we're doing. But for women, their sexual peak comes in their 30s. So I'm like, from the aspect, maybe I want a younger girl, because them girls in their 30s are wilding. They're wanting them extra sessions, they want the extra stroke, they want the extra everything. Man,
and on top of that as well, because someone obviously the older you get and you're single, your body, and that's the thing, not to say body count's even that deep or conversation, but that really becomes an entirely different conversation, because you could have a body count you may not be comfortable with, can literally be that was just all of them were boyfriend. It won't be like, I had only one night stands. You know the ones. So personally speaking, for me, in terms of someone I'm looking to settle down with, I prefer someone around my age. At the same time though, I am open to someone a little bit younger, but I'm with you. Like any younger than 25 is like, what are we doing? Unless they have real maturity. And to be fair as well, it also depends where you meet them.
Yeah.
Because let's say a 23-year-old, let's say talking to someone who's maybe 24. That's one thing. But if I just met them while they was out by themselves, or we met them in a library or something like that. But if they're like 24 and they're like one of my students that I'm teaching, I can't. I'm not at that place. And maybe another point would be, why is your young not let's say beat, but try and go around the block as much as you can, so that you're not one of them guys re-chasing their youth. Because I feel like some of these older men are like raw, because the girls that I was trying to get at 20, I can now get at 37 plus. I'm gonna make up for lost time.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
Yeah.
So if you can, get that early.
Okay.
If possible. I'm not gonna be mad at you if, as you're older, you wanna go mad. Hey, the legal age is like 16, I swear. But again, which man you know, like at our age, you be like, yeah, I'm like one 17-year-old. No one's rating that.
Like, no one's having that.
That's a fail.
No one's having that. But moving on, but kind of attached to this subject, and it's maybe because I'm feeling old again. But I was listening to something actually this morning, and it's really interesting subject, and I know we kind of touched on it before, but I wanna bring it up again, and it's, why is being a hoe so cool now? Like, I mean, it's super, like, it went from being a hoe, yeah, or being out here in these streets sexually was real hidden, yeah? Then it was, you know, being real sexually active was acceptable, but you kept it with your people, yeah? Now it's cool. The reason why I'm saying this, what I was reading this afternoon, there's this IG model, she's so hot as well. Her name is called Brittany Renner, right? I thought this girl was cookie cutter. Like, I saw this girl on Instagram maybe 2 years ago, followed her, whatever. But, you know, God spoke to me about 6 months ago and I deleted her off Instagram. I don't know why I deleted her off Instagram. But I saw her today, and then I'm reading all of these articles where she's just she's like, yeah, I sucked this, like, you know, I sucked little Uzi Vert's dick 2 nuts out of him before noon. That's what I call a good breakfast or a strong breakfast. And then she's
shout out to Lil Uzi. I'll take. Sorry to cut you off. Shout out to Lil Uzi.
And then I'm hearing all of these other stories with these other dudes, and now she wants to do a tell-all. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, cool. I don't mind if you want to have sex with 1 person, 10 person, 50 persons. I don't care. But when has bringing it to the light and going, oh, I like a bit of spunk on my face, this is cool. When does this become cool? Like, when does it become a public domain as cool?
Cool. Before I answer, the reason I say shout out to Lil Uzi Vert, because they were saying how like, the same chick was even annoyed that all he wanted to do was get brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, there was girls out there like, yo, I wouldn't beat, I'll just get brain off. The fact that to Lil Uzi Vert, who to me looks like a troll, like a physical troll, he would only get head off someone like Britney. Like, no hate, I gotta salute you. In terms of your answer, I think the first time it became cool was when Superhead came around.
Yeah. For all you that don't know who Superhead is, her name's called Corinne Steffens, and she wrote a book, her first book called Diaries of a Video Vixen.
Yeah, Diaries of a Video Vixen, yeah.
And basically she was...
Or Confessions or something like that.
Confessions or something. She was the go-around girl back in the golden era of hip-hop in the 90s. She basically fucked everything.
I actually bought the book, you know.
Yeah. So you name it. Gotti. She was around. She's in video.
Jay, Method Man.
Everyone's video, and she basically spilled the beans. But I get that.
I actually bought the book because I actually wanted to know the psyche of a hoe. And you know this whole like, there's a great school of thought of, if you want to have an idea how to like deal with girls, buy books from women talking about their sexual exploits, or just almost so you use like just to have an idea of how they move. Ironically, I bought it to a girl, she never gave it back. Shout out to her, by the way, she knows who she is. But yeah, that was wild. I mean, she did a porno.
Who?
Steph, Superhead.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Britney.
And even a porn star.
I was about to get my phone and go, wait, where's that?
And even a porn star was like, wow, like this is sick. It says a lot. To be honest, I think what was always cool was owning who you are. I think it's the same reason why Cardi B is so embraced, not because of what she's done in terms of being a stripper, it's because she's taken ownership of it. Most of the time, people are normally ashamed of things. So the shame is what makes it uncool. But when you own who you are, that's the essence of hip hop. Because being a criminal wasn't something to kind of be proud about. But when you just own it, is where the gangster rap thing came into anyway. All of a sudden it's cool because you own who you are. So that's where it's got to. So we didn't realize that what made people look at as funny was the fact we was ashamed of something. You know, the ones where like your boy like got caught beating someone that all of us thought was unattractive. If he carries the shame, then we get onto him. But if a man's like, bro, man beat, and what? Furthermore, whether he was like, yo, I beat because I'm roasted, and roasted just means if you got blue balls, or you can even talk about, I beat because I'm in love with her. You can't say nothing no more.
Yeah, but there's a fine line between owning your whatever you do and then promoting it at the same time.
Question.
See, that's my problem. It's the promotion of the fuckeries, man. Like, what is going on? Yeah, go on.
I think the promoting is basically most of the time people owning. You're right. But question, this one was a sidebar question, but have you seen a girl as more attractive if a brother who you know gets girls wifed her and owned it, but to you she wasn't that good looking before he got with her?
Sorry, say that again.
So have you ever like known one of your boys who you know can get girls whose pimp game you rate highly?
Yeah.
Get with a girl you didn't feel like was that good looking,
yeah,
but then saw her as more attractive afterwards.
Then I saw her as more attractive afterwards.
Because she got with your boy who you rate.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's mad because I asked that question because I can't assume everyone else, but I definitely seen that. And it's like, it's just interesting, the whole point of the ownership thing. If that was a girl that my boy who's pimp game I rate was ashamed of, you almost see her as like lower value, you know what I mean? So it's more so about perception. I'm not a fan of promoting. Same way, there's certain people talk about the whole road life. You own it like, but that's who I am, that's what I done, but I don't do that no more because I don't want to do this. Promoting like, yo, I do this and I still want to keep doing this 100%.
And then on topic, another thing that really pisses me off is ownership, and now they're trying to attach it to feminism, right? Trying to say, look, I'm a strong woman, I'm proud of my body, I'm proud of my sexuality. I'm glad you're proud of your sexuality, and I'm glad that you're proud of being a woman, but I don't need to know about a guy jizzing on your face for you to be proud feminist. That doesn't make sense. There's this Swedish girl that I follow on Instagram, and I was going to delete her, but I refused to delete her because, do you know what? She gives me insight to a psyche of a pool of people, and I really need to be in tune to see what's going on in the world. Yeah. And she's constantly talking about, men need to understand this and men need to understand that, and then every third post is her talking about, I need some dick. Do you know what? I can't wait for this one to come back in town or whatever. And I'm like, so if you're trying to educate men, all I'm hearing is you need dick.
Let's come up with this right now, off rip. And you're a great point. Call it JOOGisms. JOOGism number 1 or 105. Mm-hmm. To understand a woman is to truly understand you'll never understand them.
Facts.
What they think and feel one week can be different the next.
Facts.
And the worst part is you're 100% right in the terms of what she's saying. You know, there's a concept of you can communicate without speaking. Mm-hmm. And what you're saying can actually communicate something else. Mm-hmm. And that conflict is the reason why women who are listening, that's why us men struggle. Because the way we think is completely different to the way you think. And the way you think to many other women may make perfect sense. To us, we're literally 2 + 2 as far as we're concerned. We're very simple. Women by comparison, I feel like, and the worst part is what we see as complex to you, you see as simple as well. Mm-hmm. So it's always like offensive, like, you know, we're like, yo, how you doing, babe? I'm doing fine. Okay, cool. In my mind, you're doing fine because you said you're doing fine. But you're looking at me like, oh, how come you didn't think about that? I'm actually not fine. Oh, you got to be mad with this too. But that's obviously like talking on another topic.
Another topic I want to go on to how can I put this? What do we need to do to be socially sensitive in 2018?
Or you mean politically correct?
Yeah, politically correct, morally correct, shifting our moral compass. I'm gonna give you an example, a little story. There are a lot of transgender people out here in these streets. Like, I don't know if there were more like 3 years ago and I just didn't notice, or the conversation's now becoming more, so now I see, but it's real out here in these streets. Real. There was a transgender woman that was trying to talk to me in the club, and I did not. It's only been one time.
Oh.
Yeah, right. And now again, joker. No, I was in the club and she tried talking to me, and I was just being like having a conversation, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is a pretty girl talking to me. I just entertained the conversation because I didn't want to be rude. I'm not out here. I'm off these streets, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just chilling by myself. So, she was having a conversation. It was only until she said, I just said, where do you live? She goes, I live in South London. I live in a very queer household. I was like, what does that mean? It's like, what? You live in a queer household? And she was like, yeah, we're an odd bunch of people that really get along with each other. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, why would you say you live in a queer household? I was like, do you live with like a gay dude or a lesbian? I was like, you shouldn't be ashamed. I was like, I was offended. I was like, why can't you just say like you live? I told her, I was like, you shouldn't really be ashamed. There's nothing to hide. I'm not going to be judging you. She's like, no. Well, I just feel like I should tell you, like, I'm transitioning. I was like, blood fire. I was like, what? Bro, if you saw this girl, right, you just wouldn't know. But then it brought on a moral dilemma in my head, like the world slowed down, because I didn't know how to act after that. But thankfully, I was raised right by my mum. It's just another human being. I carried on the conversation. Carried on, had a good conversation, asked her, quizzed her about, because I was trying to learn and educate myself, quizzed her about it. But it was weird. And then that's what the first time that I'm seeing, now like I'm out, now my eyes are fully open and I'm seeing lots of transgender people, and I'm just like, do you know what? I don't know whether I'm saying the right things or the wrong things. I don't know how to speak. And I'm just like, this is an education that I feel like we need some classes in this.
I think you pretty much answered your own question in terms of treating them like they're normal. I mean, to be honest with you, I think they did it in Big Brother, where they tried to make it out like Genuine was nuts for not wanting to kiss one of the trans people there because they're trans. Because in the person's mind, they're a woman, so therefore Genuine should kiss because she's a woman. Most people are a lot more reasonable than that. So they can understand, cool, you may not want to, but we can still be cool, we can still talk. If anything, I feel like because of it, when I first came around, I was almost overcompensating. So like being super, super friendly to them, just to make sure they don't feel uncomfortable. But to be honest with you, just treat them like they're normal. I mean, I've noticed where there was one person who they used to work in a restaurant I used to go to a lot. And I actually knew them when there was a man, and then they slowly started transitioning. So if I was to introduce them to you, you would never know.
Wow.
Ironically, they had the firmest handshake I've ever come across. But at the same time, you would never know. Shout out to her, by the way. Obviously, I'm not going to say her name. But you'd be like, yo, like, what's she saying? You know, and that's another conversation, because in that context, if someone is trans, and then one of your boys try, like, yo, what's she saying? Do you tell them, or do you leave it for the person to tell them that they're trans?
I'm telling my boy straight away.
You know,
I'm telling my boy straight away.
Same. But the thing is that you could be blocking someone's happiness. I'm joking.
She can pull out a thing that's bigger than yours, like.
But you know what's so funny? Because
that's fucked up. Can we just talk about that?
That's like on two levels. Yeah. Like, one, the fact is a willy. The one that the second was like, yo, thing bigger than mine.
You see the hottest girl and you're hollering at her, blah blah blah. You know, you drop your Mac game strong. You're whispering bittersweet symphonies in her ear. The whole 9 yards. You get back to the house and then she pulls out the Mandingo horse stick. Wow, bro. I don't know how I'm feeling.
I'm blaming myself because I like to feel like. And obviously this is becoming less and less true by the day. I like to feel like between meeting somebody and getting to that point, I feel like I should have had enough data to know whether this person's a woman or not. You know what I mean? Even if it's like a bat signal, like yo, there's no definitive proof. But like yeah, my spidey sense is tingling a little piece. I don't know why, but there's something about Miriam. Or you know, like in my mind, that's where I'm thinking. But again, where we are, it's harder to know because it's like I personally would still blame myself at this point. Now, this is the thing because certain man might have to lips a little piece before they get to that point. You almost have done that, or even like if you could just get by with just kissing on the neck, even if I just kissed on the neck before I beat him, I still kissed on the neck.
Yeah,
you know what? Like, in case you guys can't hear it, there's a fire alarm, but you know the ones where. It's not a real fire alarm until like it keeps going on and on. But yeah, how about you, Bled? How would you respond?
I don't even know how I'll respond. I just know I would be pissed. I don't even know, severely pissed. But I'm proud that that's never happened. But shout out to all my transgender people out there. If you're a transgender person and you're listening to the JOOG London podcast, shout us some comments. Tell us if we're off base or tell us if we're going in the right direction. I think with this fire alarm, I think this is a perfect time to wrap up this episode because this is going to be pissing me off.
There was so much heat coming from the podcast.
You know what I mean? We're just burning down the building. Right. You know what time it is. I'll give them your socials.
Yeah, before I die from this fire, Mama love you. Is at Emilio, that's EMMILLIO _ on Instagram. That's the best place to catch me.
Right, you know, for me, Facebook it's John Uwejia, that's John UWEJEYAH, and for Instagram it's JOOG _ London, and to find us on YouTube it's JOOG London. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that greatness. We want it all. It's just our opinion, guys. Peace.
Yeah.